Does White Men Can't Jump suck? I recently saw the original movie a few weeks ago and I really enjoyed it, and now we have the remake. How does this one stack up to the original? And this being a basketball movie, I had to get my proper attire on. But does this movie suck? Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I really do appreciate it. I was able to see White Men Can't Jump, the new 2023 version a few days ago, and I'm here to tell you if it sucks or not. But let me know, guys, are you guys big fans of the original White Men Can't Jump? Are you guys looking forward to seeing this new version? Have you guys never even heard of the original and just thought this was an original movie? Are you guys basketball fans? Who's your favorite player? Favorite team? Or is your knowledge of basketball just limited to Space Jam? Whatever the case may be, leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video so you know my rating of the film, or else might be going to a film that might not be right for you. Now, let's get started. So the director of this film is Calmatic, and he has done House Party and many other hip-hop rap videos. The biggest one that I would say is Old Town Road. You know the one I'm talking about, right? And it stars Sinqua Walls and Jack Harlow. You know the guy who sings What's Poppin'? And just like the original, the story is a pair of basketball players team up to hustle some people for some extra cash. So what are my thoughts on this movie? Well, I would call the new White Men Can't Jump the absolute perfect streaming movie. It's not complicated, it's enjoyable, and it's the perfect movie to watch sitting in the comfort of your own home. And for me, I got sick again. I've been getting sick so many times this year, and luckily enough, I got a screening link for this movie, and it was the perfect movie to watch sick in bed, and I enjoyed it. Now, I will admit, I do not think that this movie is as good as the original. That first scene in the original where Wesley Snipes actually meets Woody Harrelson, the chemistry is just off the charts. And those two together in that movie are phenomenal. Like, they really make that movie work. Here, Sinqua and Jack, they're good. They're serviceable. They're okay together. They have some really good moments, but they don't have that spark, that magic that Woody and Wesley had back in the day. But they do have a little bit more backstory. So Sinqua plays a guy named Kamal Allen, and back in the day when he was like 18, 17 years old, he was the consensus #1 pick in the NBA draft. Like, he was going to be the next Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. He was the next great one. But unfortunately, before his career in the NBA even got started, he got arrested, and his NBA career went down the tubes. But unfortunately, beside him through his NBA journey, or his basketball journey, his early career, was his father, his mentor, his trainer, his #1 fan, and he is always looking for that approval from his father. Kind of like Michael Jordan with his father. If you guys have seen The Last Dance, you guys might know what I'm talking about. Just that really strong relationship with his father. But on the other hand, you have Jeremy, and he is also a very good ball player. But unfortunately, he never made it anywhere because of his torn ACLs. 2 torn ACLs. And just, man, I've never actually broken any bones in my life, knock on wood, but my sister has torn her ACL before playing soccer, and it just does not sound fun. And he's a total hippie. He's always talking about being hydrated and being in tune with nature and your alignment with your higher self, meditating, and he's trying to sell some like 30-day detox juice to people in the gym. And he's very Gen Z. He's like, oh yeah, low-key chill, bro. But both characters are likable, but very, very stubborn, which unfortunately makes them, you know, like you just want to slap them because you're like, I want to give you guys a hug and I want to be your friend because you guys seem like cool guys, but just get out of your own way, like just smack. But of course, that's their character, and lessons are learned by the end. It is a movie after all, so you know how this stuff is gonna go. But this is a very watchable movie. The pacing is good. Some of the humor is really good. The chemistry between the leads is good. This is just a solid, good movie. And I think that the funniest thing about this movie is how it plays on the whole race thing. Of course, you have a black guy and a white guy, and they banter and they bicker to each other, and that's where a lot of the humor comes from, just like the original. You know, there's jokes about how black people can't necessarily listen to Ed Sheeran. He's like too white for them, even though black people might actually like Ed Sheeran, because there's nothing wrong with that. But on the other hand, white people are just big health nuts, especially on the West Coast. I'm from Vancouver, as you guys can tell. We have that same problem as Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles, the very hipster culture, but they make jokes about how we're big health nuts and we love to meditate, and how white people don't get haircuts. Don't really understand that one. But they joke around with each other, and it's just low-key fun vibes, bro. And I gotta point this out too. The moments where I just laughed out loud the loudest in this movie is when these two random characters would just go off on complete random tangents. They have nothing to do with the movie, but they, you know, were Tarantinoing, you know what I mean? Where they're just talking about something that has nothing to do with anything in the movie, but it just shows their character, and it just shows some personality, and it just gives the movie a little bit of spice, some flavor. Like, these two characters are talking about how they're seeing women women on the side, you know, just aside from basketball, and how like their love languages don't align. It has nothing to do with anything, but it's just funny. It's like, how long are we talking about this? Okay, sure. And that's the whole thing. Like, why not? It's a fun time. It's a funny conversation. It's a good time to watch this movie. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just a solid, good movie. And in terms of it being a remake, it's faithful to the original. There are some scenes that are callbacks to the original, especially in a car with a special makeout session. That's just one example, of course. I won't spoil the others. But they also keep it fresh because this one has a bit of a different backstory to the other ones. Of course, the race relations are a little bit different in this one than in the original because, of course, pop culture has evolved. This is the new Gen Z version, not the Gen X/millennial version. So there's just little tweaks here and there. But overall, yeah, I had a fun time with this movie. And I don't even think you need to be a big basketball fan to really enjoy it. You just need to want a lighthearted, fun movie to watch at home, and I think you'll enjoy this movie. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Again, not as good as the original. I think just that chemistry between Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes is just legendary, and I don't think that this movie really quite captures that magic. This movie does have a happier ending, which I guess is a spoiler, but I actually had a bigger smile on my face after finishing this movie than the last movie. So take that as you will. I'll leave it at that. But there you go, guys. A quick, short review for a very fun, enjoyable streaming movie. If you guys like this video, you want to see more videos just like it, then definitely hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. I'll also plug in my Patreon. The link is down below in the description. We watch movies every single month. We discuss a movie every single month. We just pick it, watch it, discuss it. They're always a lot of fun. You guys get to see content early, and I give you guys movies every single month in contests and giveaways. So a lot of Patreon members have really expanded their collections because of the movies that I've given them. And it's just a really fun group. So if that interests you, then definitely click the link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.